ट्रेनिंग बेटा फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखो बेटा यूनिट्स एंड डायमेंशन का है आई होप आप लोग कर सकते हैं फिजिकल क्वांटिटी इज गिवन बाय x is equals to a square b cube divided by c into root d. The percentage errors in the measurements of your a b and c and d are 2%, 1%, 3%, 4%. Maximum percentage error in the value of your x will be equal to how much? Directly लिखना है इसको तो यहाँ पर लिख रहा हूँ देखो percentage change in your x will be equal to your 2 into your delta a by your a into your 100 plus 3 into your delta b by your b plus of your delta c by your c plus this will become for me how much half into your delta d divided by your d. यानी परसेंटेज एरर पूरा किससे मल्टीप्लाई करना है बेटा into 100 कर दो so that will be for me a के लिए कितना है बेटा 2% so this will be equal to 2 into your 2 plus this will be 3 into 1 plus delta c by c is given how much for me beta 3% plus half into your this will be your 4%. तो 1 जा ये हो जाएगा 2 2 ये हो गया 2 2 जा 4 plus 3 1 जा 3 plus ये हो गया 3 plus ये हो गया 2 कितना हुआ बेटा 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2 so that will be equal to 12%. So 12% will be the answer for this. ठीक है ना So next one kinematics का है वो अभी नहीं कर रहे third one is laws of motion fourth one is your friction fifth one is your collision sixth one is your work for a circular motion seventh one is center of mass eighth one is moment of inertia question number 9th one देखिए बेटा gravitation का question number 9 is your gravitation question see anyone can do for that one. A satellite of mass m by 8 is revolving around the planet of mass capital M in a circular orbit of radius r. Then angular momentum will be equal to your how much? What is an angular momentum for this one? Anyone? Angular momentum निकालने का तरीका बेटा formula L is equals to your mv into your r. मास कितना दे रखा है m by 8 so it is capital M divided by your 8 into and orbital velocity of the satellite और ये हो गया orbital velocity का formula under root of your g into your m divided by your r isn't it revolving around the circular orbit of radius r capital R दे रखा है and this one is also your capital R तो ये बन जाएगा मेरे को 1 by 8 into your under root of your ये m को भी अंदर ले लो so this will become for me g into your m square into your capital R square ये r को भी अंदर ले लिया divided by r यानी this will become for me under root of your g into your m square तो कितना हो जाएगा ये क्या हो गया m square होगा ना तो m cube हो जाएगा ये so this will become for me your m cube रूट में है ना बेटा ऑलरेडी ये तो ये हम ले रहे हैं बेसिकली तो it will be your m cube हो जाएगा into your capital R divided by 8 into 864 and the second option will be the answer for this. Very good. As it is an orbital velocity, V naught is under root of gm divided by r into radius is nothing but r. Just simplify it, we'll get the answer for that one. The next one. This is your SHL. The motion of a particle is expressed by the equation A is equals to minus of your B into x. Where A is acceleration, x is the displacement from equilibrium position, B is constant, the time period will be equal to how much? Given for me is acceleration is equals to minus of your B into x, isn't it? So if I multiply by your mass on both the sides, if I multiply by your mass on both the sides here m, and here also multiply with your m, so m into your A, this will give me right now for me 4, so F is equals to your minus of your m into your b into your x, isn't it? So where m into b I can take it as constant beta k is equals to your m into b, so f value will be equal to minus of your k into your x. Time period formula we know t is equals to 2 pi under root of your m divided by your k. So that is equals to your 2 pi under root of your m divided by k is equals to how much for me beta m into your b. K value is equals to how much for me m into your b. This m will get cancelled. So that will be equal to your 2 pi divided by root b. So third option will be the answer for this. Okay. 11th one is sound waves. You can do this question also better. If two waves are represented by y1 is equals to 4 sine omega t plus kx. That means it is moving in negative x-axis. And y2 is equals to 3 into sine omega t plus kx plus pi by 3. There is a phase difference of pi by 3. Interfere at a point, then amplitude of the resulting. Both of them are in sine convention better. So amplitude of this one is A, amplitude of this one is nothing but 3. Phase difference is how much for me? Pi by 3. So directly, what you call the resultant formula? A resultant will be equal to your under root of your, this value will become for your A1 square plus of your A2 square plus 2 times of your A1, A2 into your cos theta. Theta is equal to how much for me? 60 degrees, pi by 3 ante. And this value will become for me under root of your A1 is how much for me? 4 square. 4 square is nothing but equal to 16 plus 3 square is nothing but 9 plus 2 into your 4 into 3 into cos 60. Simplified, we'll get the answer for this. Cos 61 by 2, this one is 3. So how much I'm getting, you see? Approximately 1 hour, 7 hour. Root 16 plus 9 plus 2 into 4 into 3. This will come for me root 37. The nearby square root was the 6 are 36. 6 must be the answer for that. Very good. Next one. The transverse wave AB sound waves का question. You come back again. ये देखो elasticity का question. A cable that can support a maximum load of a 240 kg is cut into two parts. The maximum load that can be supported by either part. ये already हम लोग both बार कर चुके हैं. Maximum load does not depend on the length of the wire. It is directly depending upon the material capacity only. 2 पार्ट में कट करो या 4 पार्ट में कट करो, उसकी उठाने की कैपेसिटी उतनी ही रहेगी. That means it will be having how much for me बेटा? 240 kg. Elasticity का question. Very good. Next one. Question number 14. Fluid sky. Very important model better. A liquid A of relative density 3.36 is filled in a U tube up to a length of 10 centimeter height, which contains mercury. Another liquid B is being filled in another arm of U tube to a height of 8 centimeter. If upper levels of A and B are same, then the density of the liquid B will be equal to how much? This is something good question बेटा. ये देखो U tube का कुछ ऐसा connection है basically. What is telling in the problem is the level of the liquid in the first one is how much better it is filled up to a height of your 10 centimeter. Okay. A liquid A of relative density 3.36 is being filled in a U tube to a height of 10 centimeter, which contains mercury. Another liquid B is being filled in the other arm of U tube to a height of your 8 centimeter. Okay. Let's say from here to here, there is one liquid of how much? 10 centimeters. And यहाँ से यहाँ तक दोनों का liquid same है, level same है, but this one is right now for me or 8 centimeters. And the remaining is being filled with your mercury. This one is filled with your mercury. Like this. Okay. So this is a liquid A, this is your liquid B. Relative density of liquid A is given at 3.36 and filled in a U tube of length 10 centimeter height, which contains mercury. Another liquid B is being filled in other arm of a U tube to a height of your 8 centimeter. If the upper levels of A and B are same, A levels, upper levels of both A and B are of your same, the density of the liquid B will be equal to how much? So see, if I'm taking anywhere you take right now, if I'm taking this one as some point and here this one as some point, isn't it? You know that when the liquids are at same height, the pressures will be same. Like say this one is C and this one is D. Pressure at point C will be equal to pressure at your point D. So pressure at your point C is how much better? 10 into your density of the liquid, that is nothing but of your rho into your A into your G will be equal to density at your D. Density at your D will be equal to how much better? This is because of your 8 centimeter and mercury. So that will be equal to your 8 into your density of your B into your G plus 2 times of density of mercury into your G. Everywhere G will get cancelled. So it is your 10 into density of your, this one is given as of your 3.36. That is equals to your 8 into density of your B. We need to calculate it in plus 2 into density of mercury is given as 13.6. So from this one you calculate the density of the B. That will give me the answer. Important model bit. See how much I'm getting. Anyone? Should be getting 0.8 gram per centimeter cube. Question number 15 देखो बेटा. A Carnot engine X and Y. A Carnot engine X and Y are operated in your succession. The first engine X receives the heat from a source T1 is equals to 800 Kelvin and reject to the sink at your T2 Kelvin. The second engine Y receives the heat rejected by the first engine and rejects to the another sink at a T3 is equals to 300 Kelvin. If the work output of the two engines are equal, then the value of your T2 will be equal to your how much? Efficiency ka formula, I hope everyone knows it. Neta is equals to your how much? 1 minus of your T2 divided by your T1. Two engines is been given right now here, isn't it? So how do you write the efficiency beta? Efficiency is equals to your work done divided by your cube is equals to your 1 minus of T2 divided by T1. For the first engine, that is nothing but of your X if I'm writing. Work done by your X engine will be equal to your cube into your, this will you can be written as of your T1 minus of T2 divided by your T1. So that is equals to how much for me? W of your X is equals to your, this one is a cube into your T1 is given how much for me? 800 Kelvin in the problem. 800 minus of your T2 divided by your 800, isn't it? So heat rejected by your X. Now see, the problem is still that, and it is rejected to the sink of your T2. That means Q2 will be equal to your Q minus of W of your X. Okay. So that will be equal to Q minus W of X means this is a cube into your 800 minus of T2 divided by your 800. So if you simplify this one, you will be getting as cube into your T2 divided by your 800. This is your Q2. Then work done by your Y will be equal to your how much? That will be equal to again same formula, cube into your, this value will be equal to how much better? This W will be equal to your Q2 into your, this will be equal to your T2 minus of your T1. T1 is equal to your how much for me the problem given? 300. Isn't it? Because heat rejected is given as of your T3 300 divided because output of the first one will act as input for the second engine. So divided by your T2. Isn't it? So W work done by your engine Y will be equal to cube into your T2 divided by your 800 into your, this one is a T2 minus of your 300 divided by your T2. For a lengthy calculation. So if I simplify this one, I'll be getting this one as of your cube into your T2 minus of your T2 or T2 chale jayega. So this will be equal to your minus of 300 divided by your 800. The problem is telling that if the work output of the two engines are equal, yani Wx will be equal to Wy. Work done by your X will be equal to work done by your Y. Work done by your X value is equal to how much better in the problem you see? So it is cube into 800 minus T2. So it will be equal to your cube into your 800 minus of T2 divided by your 800 is equals to your, this one value will be equal to your cube into your T2 minus of your 300 divided by your 800. 800 chale gaya, Q or AQ chale gaya. So it will be equal to your 800 minus T2 is equals to T2 minus of 300. ये -300 इधर आ जाएगा, 800 प्लस 300 दैट विल बी इक्वल टू हाउ मच बेटा 1100, ये माइनस इधर चले जाएगा, दैट विल बी इक्वल टू T2, यानी T2 will be equal to 100 divided by 2. 2 ones are 2 5s are 10, 2 5s are, and this will value will become for me 0, यानी ये हो जाएगा 550 Kelvin. So you should be getting the answer for this one as 550, first option. आप कैलकुलेशन और फास्ट कर सकते हैं, मैंने एक्सप्लेनेशन के लिए इतना हल्लू करना पड़ा, वरना वी कैन डू दैट वन अप्रोक्सीमेटली फॉर दैट वन. ओके, चलिए क्वेश्चन नंबर 16 बाद में कर लेंगे. Then question number 17 is also right now for me given capacity. ये भी capacitors का ही है, magnetism का ही, ये भी current electricity का है. This one is also the same condition. Then question number देख लो, इसका भी current electricity का है, ray optics का है. 26 देखो बेटा एक बार. Question number 26. If the de Broglie wavelength for an electron in the first Bohr's orbit is lambda, then minimum radial distance between the electrons in the first and the second Bohr orbit will be equal to how much? Anyone can give me the answer for this one better? 26. Direct question. If the de Broglie wavelength of an electron in the first Bohr's orbit be equal to lambda, yani 2 pi into your r is equals to your n into lambda. यानी दिस विल बिकम फॉर मी 2 पाई इंटू योर, ये हो गया r2 माइनस ऑफ r1, मिनिमम के लिए बोल रहा है, यानी 2 लैम्डा माइनस ऑफ योर लैम्डा, यानी r2 माइनस ऑफ r1 विल बी इक्वल टू लैम्डा बाय योर 2 पाई, लैम्डा बाय 2 पाई, यानी फोर्थ ऑप्शन विल बी द आंसर. नेक्स्ट वन 27 न्यूक्लियर फिजिक्स का क्वेश्चन ये भी कर सकते हैं. देखो बेटा, द हाफ लाइफ ऑफ द कोबाल्ट इज अप्रोक्सीमेटली 5.25 years. In a sample containing 1 gram of freshly prepared cobalt F60, how much of isotope will be left after 21 years? T half दे रखा है कितना मेरे को 5.25 years, और टाइम कितना दे रखा है 21 years, यानी T half life of this one is 5.25 and time is for me 21 years, isn't it? And how much amount of this sample will be left after 21 years, यानी fraction n by your n naught is equals to 1 by 2 power of your n, यानी कितना हो जाएगा बेटा, ये 1 gram is been left out of your how much, यानी 21 years मतलब कितने हाफ लाइफ्स होंगे, 4 हाफ लाइफ्स. That means this value will be equal to your 4 half lives, यानी this will be equal to 1 by 2 power 4. That means 1 by 16, 1 by 16 grams, यानी 62.5 milligrams will be the answer. Direct question. Question number 28, again your dual nature, that is photoelectric effect question basically. The stopping potential V naught for an experiment of photoelectric effect from a metal surface is plotted with frequency of the mu of incident light as shown in the figure. Stopping potential versus frequency का formula है. Photoelectric equation का formula लिखो बेटा, work done is equals to your energy will be equal to your work function plus of your kinetic energy. So maximum kinetic energy will be equal to your h into your nu minus of your work function. यानी stopping potential में लिख सकता हूँ E into V naught is equals to your h into nu minus of your work function. यानी stopping potential will be equal to h by E into your nu minus of your work function divided by your E. So here h by E will represent for me what beta slope. Therefore h value will be equal to how much for me? Tan theta will be equal to your h by E. That means the slope is equals to your h by your E. So h value will be equal to your slope into your E. Isn't it? So what will be the answer? Slope of the line divided by the charge on electron. Slope of the line multiplied by the charge. Yeah, second option हो जाएगा. Slope is multiplied with your charge of your electron. Done. Then you can come to this question. ये तो कंजर्वेटिव फोर्स का फॉर्मूला डायरेक्टली, आई होप एवरीवन कैन डू बेटा. क्वेश्चन नंबर 29 एक बार देख लो. क्वेश्चन नंबर 29, एनर्जी इज गिवन, इज आस्किंग द फोर्स. F is equals to your minus of du by your dx. हाँ dr ले लो, कर लो आराम से, later. Semiconductors का देख लीजिए बेटा. NPN transistor, the collector current is given as of your, यानी IC is given as of your 24 milliampere. 80% of electrons reach the collector. Its emitter current in milliampere will be equal to your how much? So collector current is equals to your how much for me? 80% of your base current, isn't it? 80% of electrons reach the collector. Its emitter current, and this is emitter. Collector is given how much for me? 24 milliamperes. So it is 24 milliamperes will be equal to your 80% divided by your 100 into your current of your emitter. A0 चले गया 24 milliamperes. So we need to calculate the current through the emitter. So current through the emitter will be equal to 24 into 10 to the power of -3 milliamperes में रखना into your 10 divided by your 8. So कितना आ रहा है? Emitter current will be coming out for me 30 milliamperes. Second option. Then question number 31. Of the diode shown in the following diagram, which one is reverse bias? Negative. This one is P, this one is N, this one is P, this one is N, this one is P, and this one is your N, and this one is your N, and this one is your P. So P is connected. What is asking? Which one is reverse bias is asking right now in the problem. Can anyone give me the answer for this one, beta? ये तो forward bias हो गया. P is connected to 0 volt. So obviously this will be your reverse bias because N is connected to +3. This is -10 and this one is also 0. So this one is again forward bias or ये भी forward bias. So -20 and -6, -18 and -6. So third option will be the answer for this. Okay. The next one. The total energy of electron in the nth excited state of hydrogen atom is K. Its kinetic energy in this stage will be equal to how much? I hope everyone remember the formula. Kinetic energy is equals to your half of your mod of your potential energy, isn't it? Or else I can write that kinetic energy is equals to your minus of your potential energy divided by your 2. Yani kinetic energy will be equal to your minus of your total energy. That will be equal to minus of your K. That means I can write as of your 1. Then next one, look. A man weighing 60 kg stands on a weighing lift. So usually a question, we'll try to do it later. The next one is magnetism. Natify is also magnetism. Question number 36. Question number 36 is right now from your ray optics question. A bar भी आप लोग try कर सकते हो basically. A convex lens of focal length 20 centimeter is being placed in front of a plane mirror as shown in figure. An object O is being placed in front of convex lens. For what value of X the final image will coincide with the object. And you know that whenever an object and image have been coinciding, that means the object should have been kept at your center of curvature. And whenever the light has been passing through the lens beta, as they have been parallel to the principal axis, hence it will fall over the mirror perpendicularly. Isn't it? Because when the ray of lights are being going like this is the ray diagram, and this one is like this. So this rays will go parallelly like this, and it will incident on this one, and this one is also incident on this. Jitne angles se incident hua, itne angles se reflect hoga, then it will come back again form at your same position, right? So it will be at 20 centimeter and 40 centimeter, 30 centimeter. Convex lens of focal length दे रखा है मेरे को. What value of an X? An object O is being kept. See, whatever you keep the value of an X beta, the rays are always parallel, isn't it? So obviously it will meet again at the focus. So all the above must be the answer for this. Very good question, beta. Confuse होते हैं बच्चे इसके अंदर. Question number 37. Semiconductors का ये भी अपन कर सकते हैं. In the following circuit, the output Y for all the possible inputs of your A and B are expressed by the truth table. 37. कितना आएगा बेटा? This is your NOR gate. दोनों का input same है basically. This one is also your NOR gate. So Y value will be equal to how much for me बेटा? ये आउटपुट क्या आ जाएगा? A plus B, ये हो गया नॉट, यानी Y वैल्यू विल बी इक्वल टू योर A plus B का डबल बार, यानी दैट विल बी इक्वल टू योर A plus B. A plus B मतलब 0 1 1 1 1. 0 तो 0 होगा, ये ऑप्शन नहीं होगा, A भी नहीं होगा, 0 0 0 होना चाहिए, A भी नहीं होगा, ओनली सेकंड ऑप्शन इज पॉसिबल, राइट? ठीक है ना? चलो 38. Two coherent monochromatic light beams of intensities I and 4I are superimposed. The maximum minimum possible intensities in the ratio will be equal to how much? I hope everyone remember this formula. I max divided by your I minima is equals to will be equal to how much beta? I max by I minima intensity का formula में root of your I1 plus of your root of your I2 का whole square divided by root of your I1 minus root of your I2 का whole square. And इन दोनों को simplify कर लो, I and I, this will come out for me 9 by 1, 9:1. ठीक है? Then question number 39 is vectors. Then question number 40 is your heat and thermodynamics. ये अपन try कर सकते हैं. Basically देखो बेटा अच्छा वाला question है. Initial temperature and volume of a gas are T and V respectively. If the gas expands to 27 V, following the equation Vp power 3 is equals to constant. Then final temperature of the gas will become for me how much? दे क्या रखा है? Vp to the power of 3 is equals to your constant. That means P value will be equal to your K divided by V power 1 by 3. Isn't it? So from ideal gas equation, PV is equals to your N into your RT. P value is K divided by V power 1 by 3 into your V is equals to your N into your R into T. NRT. Isn't it? V by V to the power of 1 by 3 कितना हो जाएगा बेटा? V power 2 by 3 is equals to nRT divided by your K. So volume and temperature relation directly proportional है. So I can write here V1 divided by your V2 to the power of your 2 by 3 is equals to your T1 divided by your T2. So V1 दे रखा है V1 divided by V2 is 27 times of V to the power of 2 by 3 is equals to T1 divided by T2. A V1 और A V1 चले जाएगा. 1 by 2 cube A 2 cube आ जाएगा. So this will come out for me. T2 will be equal to 9 times of T1. And 9 times of your T होना चाहिए. Second option. Next one. For a certain organ, pipe 3 successive resonant frequencies are observed at 425, 595, 765 Hz respectively. Taking the speed of the sound in air to be 340 meter per second, the length of your organ pipe will be equal to how much? So frequencies are in the odd number beta because the pipe is a closed organ pipe. So ratio of frequencies of 425, 595, 765. That means 5:7:9. This one is 5:7:9. And frequency of the fifth harmonic will be equal to how much beta? 425. So it is 5V divided by 4L will be equal to 425. So length will be equal to your how much for this? So from this one you can calculate the length. ठीक है ना? चलो. Next one is magnetism. And question number 43 is again from modern physics. Question number 43 देखो बेटा कोई कर सकता है क्या? Electrons in a certain energy level n is equals to n1 can emit the 3 spectral lines. When they are in another energy level n is equals to nt, they can emit 6 spectral lines. The ratio of orbital speed of electrons in the two orbits are in the ratio of your how much for me? Speed. Ratio of orbital speed. Speed is inversely proportional to your number n. Formula V1 by your V2 is equals to N2 by your N1, direct formula. So it is 4 by 3. Done. Next one. 44 is electrostatics. 45 can we try it better? 45 देखो. A concave lens बोलो तो ऐसा कुछ रहेगा. This one is your concave lens. Concave lens of focal length 10 centimeter is placed in a liquid such that the refractive index of lens and the liquid is same. The new focal length will be equal to how much? So focal length formula is 1 by f for this one, mu minus 1 into your 1 by r1 minus of 1 by r2. For both of them, refractive index is same, so it is 1. So 1 by f will be equal to your how much for me beta? 0. That means focal length will come out for your infinity. Because when you immerse in the liquid, both the radius of curvature will be getting cancelled. Only refractive index are same, so that is getting for me 0. So 1 by f will be equal to 0. So f will be equal to your infinity. ठीक है ना? Take care, beta. Again, we'll try to meet tomorrow at 9:30. Bye.